Hi, Happy New Year. I received a message from a friend this morning and he said, I need story time. I miss story time with you, friend. So this one is for my friend Joe. I realized I haven't done a story in a long time. So I love to read to my friends and to the kids at school. It's just something I've always loved to do. So here is the Devil's Cave, which is out of The Wisdom of the Shamans by Don Jose Ruz. I literally just grabbed a book, opened a page, and this is what I felt called to read. There was once a young Toltec man who dreamed that he was walking in the desert on a hot summer day. As the sun shone down on him, off in the distance, he could see a line of young men standing just outside a dark and forbidding cave. They were waiting to go inside, and as he looked closer, he noticed that he couldn't see their faces clearly. It was as if they were obscured, but the energy they emitted was that of fear and remorse. Seeing this, the young man looked up at the sun, which he recognized as the source of all life, and he knew what he must do. I want all of these young men to be free to go into the sun. I will enter the cave in their place. He ran towards the front of the line, and the other men stepped back to make room for him. When he entered the cave, it was very dark, and suddenly he began to hear many faint voices, all telling different stories. No matter which voice he turned to, every one of them told a story of suffering, and every story seemed familiar to him. As he groped his way in the dark, the voices grew louder and louder. Finally, the young man covered his ears and dropped to his knees and yelled, Enough! Who's in charge here? I want to see you right now. All of a sudden, the cave went deadly silent. The young man opened his eyes, and there in front of him was a big demonic looking creature with long black hair, black obsidian eyes, red skin, and horns. He began to yell in anger at the man with a deep voice. How dare you? How dare you take the souls I feed upon and take them to the sun? These souls are mine. The young man was full of fear, but somehow he found the courage to stand his ground. He responded, No, they belong to the sun, to the light. They don't belong to you. In that moment, the demon began laughing in mockery. Who are you? You are weak. You are not worthy to challenge me. Then the demon reached out and grabbed the man by the back of his neck and began to pull the man towards him. He raised the other hand back to strike, but the young man knew what he had to do. He stepped in and began hugging the demon. He hugged it tightly and said with all the love in his heart, I forgive you.